which could be good or bad. It depends on how you look at it. So that's why I tell you and I show you, so that way you know. Well, hey there, wig friends. Welcome back to my channel. I am Nicole Renee, but for those of you who know me, I just always go by Nikki. And if this is your very first time here, I am very glad you are here, and I hope you'll stick around for a while. Join the party, as I always say, and just subscribe. Click the button down below, and if you have already, thank you so much. I greatly do appreciate it, and of course, I do truly mean that. But if you love wigs, you are definitely going to want to subscribe, because I bring you a lot of wig content, mostly wig reviews. I bring you the new drops, as well as the oldies but goodies, all the ones in between. So yeah, you don't want to miss it. But speaking of wig reviews, I am going to be talking about this curly girl right here that I'm wearing. I am not going to leave out any of the important information. I try to cover all of that, so that way you know if this is the right wig for you or not. And in return, I love to hear from you, so please go down in the comments and give me your respectful feedback. Also, if there's a wig you'd like me to review, please jot that down in there as well, and I'll happily look into it for you. But this company is actually one I have never ever tried before, so I needed to jump on the bandwagon and give them a whirl. I do actually have one other wig from them, just haven't gotten around to reviewing her yet, but super excited to try them. And who I'm talking about is Laude & Co. Today I have the style Chloe. She is a 13x2 HD lace front, and the color I have her in is TT4/27430. On the back of the stock card down here is where they list the other colors she is available in, so if you want to pause and zoom in on that, go for it. But I will tell you this, she is available in like a blue color, navy blue to be exact, and a pink one as well. So she's got some fun color choices. She is from the Airbrushed Hairline series. Let me see, what else can I tell you? She is pre-plucked for a natural looking hairline. She has an antibacterial cap as well as a flex fake cap, baby hair, and she is heat safe to some degree. Now, I'm not sure if anybody else had suspected this or even mentioned it before, but I have a strange suspicion that Laude & Co. is a parent company of Bobbi Boss, just because I've noticed quite a few similarities, not only in the style, but also the features. So I'm not sure. I mean, does it really matter? Not really, but it is kind of cool if they are connected, just so that way they can kind of branch out and do some other things. But anyway, just wanted to throw that out there. So before we really get into it, let me also show you what I'm wearing for my eyeshadow look today. I am wearing the Browns and Nudes by Yolando palette. So here are those shades. It is that time of year again where people like to wear these types of shades. So anywho, I feel so curly. I love curly units. I do. That's why I knew I had to get her. But I will tell you this, I was kind of expecting her to not be as full as she is, just because I'm going off the stock card. Now, don't get me wrong, I felt that she was going to be a bit full, have some volume, but I would thought it'd be more like this, but you can see that this layer right here is definitely more prominent than what you see there. So I'm just gonna once again hold it up so you can kind of look for comparison. But it's not necessarily a bad thing in my opinion. It just depends on how you look at it. But if you don't like the overwhelming volume, then you might not really like her. There are times when I do and times when I don't. It just really depends on the length, the type of curl pattern, what it is I'm going to be wearing her for. So I take all those things into consideration. And I mean, really, I do that every time I put a wig on, but especially when it comes to these types of units, I do, just because I don't want it to drown me out. And she does a little bit. I mean, I've tried ones that were a bit more overwhelming than she is, so I can't complain too much, but I love the curl pattern. I love this curl pattern. And just so you know, I did take a wide tooth comb just to try to loosen it up a little bit, but she just bounced right back like this. And normally I do like to use my fingers to run through these types of units. So again, she has a bit of a fullness to her, but look at that pattern. Beautiful, beautiful curls and waves. I love that spiralness that she has. I think it's super beautiful. Her density isn't all too bad either. It's just the volume itself due to the layers and the pattern that's kind of giving her extra. But yeah, she's got the oomph factor going. Definitely oomph factor. So if you love that, again, you're gonna love this style. Love this color too, super gorgeous. It's a great fall color in my opinion too. So you have the number 4, beautiful number 4. I love it. But what I really love are these highlights. Just stunning. You can really see them, so it looks professional to me. But I love the 27 that we have in here, and the 30, you know, it's just obviously not quite as prominent as the 4, but that's okay. I still think it's gorgeous. I mean, I'm just running my fingers through it more so you can really see that contrast. So I do like that. Very beautiful luster too. Just in case you don't know, I always mention the luster because you want a healthy looking shine and you also don't want it to look dull either. So to me, luster is very, very important because you want it to look like healthy human hair, and she does. So no complaints with that. No complaints with her texture either. I really, really like it. She's extremely soft. There is a bit of silkiness in there. I also feel some coarseness. So to me, it's a great combination and balance. Therefore, I actually think she's a really good multicultural texture, meaning she will work out for everybody. And I don't mind her length either. So let me just stand up here. I'd probably put her between 24 and 26 inches if I have to do my best guesstimate. I am 5'5" for reference. You can see that she's right at breast level. And of course, I already mentioned she has some shorter layers here. That is giving her that extra volume, but look at the body though. Oh my gosh, super duper body. She is also lightweight too, just in case you're wondering. Sometimes units like this can kind of weigh you down, but she is not, so I'm happy with that as well. But let's go ahead and see what she looks like from the side and the back. I definitely like her down the back. Of course, you're going to end up having this layer kind of come forward if you do wear her like that. But this is all the hair to the front, by the way, in case you were wondering. And I typically always do wear all the hair to the front, especially for reviews, because I want you to really see it all. But really, this is one of those wigs that I can see her being worn for so many different occasions. Just even girls' night out, date night, formal events, I don't know, grocery shopping. I don't know. I mean, pretty much almost anything you can wear her for. But what I really like too is that her tangling, even though she does have some, which is to be expected, it's not as bad as other units similar to her, and they come out really easily. So again, I'm just running my fingers through for you so you can really see what I'm talking about here. But look, just glides right through, very minimal tangles, but again, they come out super easy. So she's pretty low maintenance and she's not going to get damaged as quickly. A lot of times the curly units, because of all the tangling that you encounter with them, just get damaged quickly, so then you don't get as much use out of them, which is very unfortunate. But for her, I think you will definitely get a lot of uses out of her and therefore get your money's worth in the process. Shedding, she's got some. I mean, it's to be expected, but thankfully it's not anything I would consider excessive. Center part, I love the fact that she's a center part. Those of you who are regulars on my channel understand why I love that, just because I love center parts these days. But anywho, she's a center part, and parting space is good. I like it. Very easy to blend. Just a coat of powder was all I needed. Very flat to the head, so that makes it easy too, and makes it look more natural. I'll be honest though, I'm a little torn when it comes to the baby hair, and I'll show you why. Okay, first of all, they are a bit thick. You see that there? And you got some over here on this side as well. So if you like to lay them down, I think you could probably work with these a little bit better than if you wanted to wear them out like so. I mean, they're doable. I guess it's, again, I'm torn. I am torn because I do like the placement. I do think that they're easy to work with, but if I just want to leave them out naturally, they do look a little too thick in my opinion, and they also just naturally tend to go blending up with the rest of the hair. So they don't stand out like typical baby hairs do, which could be good or bad. It depends on how you look at it. So that's why I tell you and I show you, so that way you know. But anyway, all right, so let's take a look at this hairline, because it says she is pre-plucked for a natural looking hairline. And this is where I'm a little confused. Now, don't get me wrong, she has some pre-plucking. If you really look closely, you can see it there. But as far as it resembling a natural hairline, that's where I have to disagree. I think they could have done better to make it look more natural. So a little disappointed with that. She's not glued down. I usually don't glue them down, so you can see she has some slight bit of lift up. I'm just trying to pull it all down here. So you can see that she's still pretty thick around the edges. So thankfully though, this type of style covers it all up. So even if you are kind of gently pulling it back like this, you're not going to really notice that hairline all too much. But let me show you over here on this side so you can really see how well she's fitting. See, there's those thick baby hairs. But she is covering up my natural edges there. She also is coming to above each ear like she should, so it's a perfect fit. She's also very comfortable to wear. And because she has that flex fit cap, and if you noticed when I stretched her, the stretchability is super good. Therefore, I do believe she is larger head friendly. So therefore, she should work out for everybody that way. The quality of her is really good. I have no complaints on that. The only complaint I really have is I wish it was a little bit more pre-plucked, and that maybe she was, you know, a little less full to resemble the stock card better. Other than that, she's great. I mean, she's great. If you love this type of style, I think you will really, really love her. So, thumbs up, of course. I'm going to recommend her. I really, really do. I think she is great. So that's how I feel about it. But tell me how you feel down in the comments. I always do ask that, so make sure you tell me. Let me know too if you already have her. I would really love to know if you do, especially what color you have her in and how you feel about her now that you have her. And please also be sure to tell me if you decide to go pick her up after watching this review. But otherwise, I have nothing more to say about her. Like I said, I let you know what you need to know. There's really no need to rattle on about other stuff. So that's what I've got to say. But thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. And I'll just catch you next time in my next video. So until then, bye-bye.